Of course, this week was all about the ECB and mainly the Fed, but how did the banking sector and mainly the Bank of America responded on that news?
Yeah, I will tell you all about it, Casper.
Great, thank you.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Okay.
First, what happened?
Well, you already told everybody that we had the Fed.
Yeah, but more things happened last week.
I only focused on the Fed. My mind was on the Fed.
I have also the Fed, of course, and but I think also the inflation of the eurozone, 2%.
Yes,
2%. So that's the normal, that's the 2% that we see as a standard, as the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Germany was a little bit higher, 2.5%. And I think, I don't know if you want to talk about it in the What's Hot item, but the dollar is becoming stronger this week.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
you get now for €1, a little bit less than $120.
119 something. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So it's coming from 123 down to 120.
The big changes.
Interest rates, I wrote one down that it's Friday today, and yesterday there was the outcome of the Central Bank of Turkey.
Yeah.
And they also maintain the interest rates, but on a level of 19%.
Yeah.
19%. Erdogan
19,
wants
yeah.
Erdogan want to lower it, but the central bank in Turkey has a strong position, and until now they don't lower. But in the perspective where you're going to talk about the zero interest rate and maybe an increasement in Turkey, in the half of Europe, 19% of interest rates. And I think the last thing what I want to mention about what happened, CureVac.
Yeah, they went down 42%.
You saw it on my paper.
I saw it on your paper, but I also talked about it with another client yesterday.
Yeah, it went down yesterday, 42%, because their vaccine, their corona vaccine, is less effective than they expected. And the share price went already down from the $130 to 100, and then it dropped yesterday to $57. I hope you don't have it in your portfolio.
No.
Maybe you think it's an opportunity, I don't know, but it was something, if a share price drops 42% on a day, it's something.
It's something
Yeah,
going on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have also a What's Hot item, a really nice one, but first the Fed.
Yeah, we had the Fed on Wednesday, and we all were looking out to it, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, in a special way that this could be the trigger for the market to go down. And what actually happened was Powell, he mentioned before that they will not start until 2024 to increase the rates, but he said it will happen earlier, so they're going to start doing it probably from 2023. And you saw the stocks are reacting in different ways. You saw the tech stocks going down, and banking stocks initially went up, and then yesterday you saw, especially in America, and I'm going to analyze. Thank you, Casper. Sorry, we are native Dutch, right? So I'm going to analyze Bank of America, and they went down yesterday 4.4%, which is pretty hectic, and maybe it was an overreaction. But I think we have to talk about it a little bit in a wider perspective. The importance of the Fed meetings and the reaction of the market. So when the interest rates go up, normally for banks it's good, because what they're selling is money, right? They give you a loan and
more profit.
Yeah, they have more profit. But the thing is now, because it's due to the inflation, the market, and it's also what is the market now. So the investors, they actually saw, well, there might not be sufficient need for fresh loans, or not so much need,
because they will be more expensive.
They will be more expensive, and people don't have spending power when that actually goes up. So you saw a wide drop of the banking sector, yeah. And I think it's in general that for the interest rate going up must be good if you think about it. But they have done such a tremendous job, specifically Bank of America, in lowering their costs over the last year, cutting down a lot of employees, cutting down, making things more automated, etc. So it's strange that there was.
How is the stock price now?
It's about 39 something.
And how did it develop this year?
It went up like I think 15% initially. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's something that needs to be developed over the next coming months, I think, to see what's really going to happen. I mean, ING in the Netherlands went up a lot. You saw other Credit Suisse went up, and yesterday reacted as well. So you see, if one bank goes down, they all go down. I mean, if you look at Bank of America just from a fundamental perspective, they're approximately now on 17 times the profit, so the price earning is 17, and they got a forward PE of 13, which is actually pretty good, and that's below the banking average. And Bank of America is one of the giants now in the US. It's a big one. It's not a small bank. So, is it a good buy? Of course, we can't say that, but fundamentally, it is an interesting stock. It's a solid stock. It's a big stock.
Does Warren Buffett have it?
Warren Buffett, yeah, he has a big position in it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. So if we have to analyze Bank of America, strange reaction yesterday, I think maybe overreaction. Stock is fundamentally interestingly priced at 17 times the profit, 13 times forward, and also the dividend is pretty okay. So
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. And
we make a daily update in the morning, and then we talk about highlights in 40 seconds of the day before. And on Monday, there was an announcement that Vertical Aerospace. Do you know the company?
No, I don't know it.
You know,
I look at your paper all the time. It's really exciting what's
Do you
going
know
on.
that? I also
I don't know what it is, guys.
Vertical Aerospace.
Is it about the Chinese that went to the moon?
No. And that's an airline company, and they had a investment of $25 million from American Airlines. And I laughed a little bit about it. So what is 25 million? And what do? Vertical Aerospace, they make electric planes.
Oh.
And then yesterday, so 2 days later, there was an announcement that they are going to do an IPO, and it was more in the news. So I looked into it, and it's quite interesting. They're going to do an IPO through your SPAC. Last
Not
week,
my SPAC, but through
no,
the SPACs.
but last week you
Okay,
explained.
then you should be careful.
Yeah. Now, well, last week you explained everything about the SPACs that are really popular, and say that they're going to do it through a SPAC. But it's quite an interesting company, because I think we put in the screen, we put a picture of that plane. It's a plane, but they compare it with a helicopter. It's completely electric, and they can fly for now 160 kilometers.
Not far.
No, but it's for the helicopter also has a short range. So we are here in the south of Spain. If you want to fly to Morocco, then you can do that with a helicopter from different places, and that's a really good competitor. You see in the picture, it's a plane, so it has the propellers, 4, and then it's like a plane. But that's why it's called Vertical Aerospace, because the propellers can change 45 degrees, and then it goes up like this and it goes down. It's 100% less sound, because the helicopter makes, of course, a lot of noise.
And an electrical engine doesn't make sound. Maybe it's
and it's 325 kilometers per hour it goes.
Great.
And it's now valued at $4 billion, but it's backed by Microsoft, American Airlines, and Rolls-Royce. And Rolls-Royce delivered electric parts for it.
Oh, that's
It's
fine.
worth $4 billion, but they have already 1,000 orders. Virgin ordered between around 100 of those models already. And I don't know when, but I think in 2026, then they can deliver already 1,000 of those planes. It's quite an interesting development, I think.
Yeah, the biggest thing is if they don't burn the cash before that.
No, but they have a really big backing, and
Yeah,
so.
but that you see with many of the SPACs.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden they don't deliver, and then boom.
No, but they are around 340 million. They want to go through that kind of IPO. They want to attract, but it's already worth 4 billion, and a lot of companies are.
But, I mean, I'm not trying to bring your story down because I like it. But if you look at DraftKings, was a SPAC IPO of 31 billion.
Yeah.
Which is like 100 times more.
Yeah, no, but I
And
mean,
they are.
No, but the SPAC itself is a small amount if you compare to what already the big companies already put in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you see, you have a look, Google it. It's a really nice development. I think it's of course it's solution for a lot of for a lot of call it problems. Electric aeroplanes, I think it's quite interesting. And if they already now can fly 160 kilometers, within a couple of years they can probably fly for 500
hybrid solutions and stuff.
Yeah. So that was in the news. Also, that's the same, and I want to close down. Also, a little bit with flying objects. Jeff Bezos, he sold a seat in his plane that goes into the sky. There are 4 people that can join that flight. Himself, his brother, the person that bought that seat, $28 million. He is going to pay for them. And there's a fourth person, but they don't announce who it is. Huh?
I thought you were going with him.
So a lot of flying objects this week. We didn't say it in the beginning, but we said it to each other before. There's not a lot of news, and we are not like, I think, a lot of newspapers. If there's not a lot of news that we are writing articles about, and not that interesting things.
No.
And also, if you look at what's next, the agenda next week,
You tell me.
it's not a lot of.
No, we have the generic stuff, but
Yeah.
we're not going to mention every week the same thing. That
No.
it's unemployment, jobless figure, blah, blah, blah. It's just a macro week. There's no exciting stuff on the agenda, and then that might not mean that there's nothing exciting
No.
going to happen.
No,
but
no,
but
no.
at this moment, there's nothing exciting to be mentioned you specifically. And if you want to know, just look at any webpage on the calendar. You see what's going on.
Okay, thank you for watching. Give us a thumb up if you like it.
Please do so.
Hope to see you next week.